Hey, good morning, everybody. This is the professor with Day Trading for Success. It's Friday morning. We only have 8 with us today due to various personal issues and things, so it won't be quite as exciting on this end. But we have chosen Meta, and we can only go up to 500 shares so that we can all trade evenly due to some of the account sizes. So it should be good though. So we've got it marked out. So this is going to be the RV strategy. And I'm going to go over what that strategy is. I'm going to go over this layout, and then I'm going to show you some live trading. So if you like what you see, remember to give us a thumbs up and to subscribe. I did get out of my swing position yesterday morning. It was not going well, and thank goodness I got out. So I definitely called that upward swing in the market wrong. I was not expecting that to keep going, and it looks like it's still going. So I do not understand why that's going up. It just seems like big tech is just. So that was painful because that was over 3K. Anyway, hopefully you guys have read this. I did get an email about that, asking what to do on Wednesday, and I am not going to answer those kind of emails. So just so you guys know, I can't answer those kind of emails because then I'm like giving you advice. So I kind of spelled out how I was going to take my trade. That's about as far as I can go. So anyway, what is the RV strategy? We'll go for people who hear this all the time, but there's just so many new people lately. So the RV strategy is a range-bound strategy. It's a lot of people are making a lot of money with it. I know some are still working on it in the sim, but basically it's a strategy that's been around since the beginning of stock trading, is a range of a stock. And that's why we use the ATR. So how do we find that range to trade? So there's, obviously we have a criteria, which I talked to you about, that's available on the channel. If you go to the right episode, it talks to you about, oh God, I think I have them here just to make sure I say that. Episode 82, or you can buy the book. And that's going to have how we find the stocks, but also which way the market's going helps. Now, when I looked at the market to take my swing trade, it was supposed to be going down on Monday. But so, when it makes that switch from bear to bull, that one day, if it's a big switch, it's going to be wrong. So you can't count it all the time, but it does help to kind of get a general idea of which way the market would probably go. But besides that, you open up a daily and you look at the close of the previous. Are we on the previous day right there? Just to make sure you guys can see. No. So you look at the close of the previous day. I don't know if you can see that under my picture, but it should be at the top of your chart. It should read the previous day was $310.87. And then you go to the ATR and you divide that by 2 and you subtract half of it from the close and you find your ATR low. And then you add half of it from the close and find your ATR high. So all you're trying to do is use that entire number, create a mean center of the close, and then that's your entire range. So that's your channel. And everybody that trades just about any kind of strategy, unless it's just straight up momentum for volatility, like on penny stocks, most every other kind of trading, options, futures, whatever you trade, you need to understand the range of a stock. That's like 101. So once you get that range down, then now we've built the channel. It looks a little confusing here. There's the ATR high on a 1-minute chart, and there's the ATR low. Now we want to create channels within those channels. So just so everybody knows, we start trading right around 10 o'clock. That's what the RV strategy relies on. A $25 billion market cap, minimum a $1 billion float, minimum a $1 billion float, minimum, and then an ATR of 5 or 6 or above is what we go for. So Meta rated a 9 this morning, so it looked like our best call. It's a little more expensive than a lot of people. Now remember, this strategy works with 2 shares or 2,000 shares. It's the same amount of success you should have. So after we get those main channels here, the main channel, now we're trying to create channels within the channels that have ceilings and floors. So we do it with Fibonacci levels, and hopefully you know about those, but we do it. I set this is on a 10-day, 5-minute. So I'm going from a low to a high. So I do that Fibonacci. And then I have this chart set down here. and I go from a low to a high. So I keep these Fibonacci. This one's real clean. And I'm going to do a new setup, I think, over the weekend for you guys. So anyway, that's how we get some of the channels. And then the other channels we get is we go down here to the 4 hour and we mark anything that's within these channels, and we might already pick them up. So you see some of these aren't marked back here because they're picked up right here. So we mark wicks and bodies within the channel, and usually a few outside of the channel as well, as you can see, just in case it leaves these channels that were prepared, and wicks and bodies. And it might seem like it's really crowded, but really, and that, why do we pick those spots? That's because that's where the stock has turned around. Those are pivot points, and most likely it's going to turn around again. That's the entire strategy. You're looking for these support and resistance lines and levels are helping you decide when to go in and out of the trade. And then you use basic scalping skills. So right now, for instance, the scalping indicator is right down here. So you might think, I got a long email about this, and I keep forgetting how new it is, to some people because I've been doing it so long. How can you trade on a 1-minute chart? Well, once you start, it's really not, you get used to it pretty quickly because you're used to reading, and it gets to a point where it seems really slow. It's as with anything, right? Once you get used to it, you wish you had a 30-second chart. Maybe not, but I mean, it does. On a slow-moving stock, and you're trying to get in and out of positions within, 10 seconds to 2 minutes. Sometimes you hold them longer. You're just kind of waiting, like, why won't that stock move faster? So yeah, it's a perspective thing, right? But this indicator down here, which is a custom script that you can get for free on the channel, if you just type in scalpers indicator under search, it'll take you to this episode, which is, or you can go to episode 83, which has all the scripts. So like if I typed in here, DTS, Day Trading for Success, all these custom scripts are going to come in. Now, this one is not available yet. This is the level 2 ghost pattern that we're working on. I hope we can get that going. But they'll all be there if you go to that episode and you, oh, great. I just messed up my whole chart there. And then you open up, you go down to where it says show more, where it has more information down below the information of that video. They'll be down there, the URLs. You highlight them, you go over to control, you go to your setup on your Thinkorswim, you open up your setup, you import, I forget the exact words it says, but you import them in, and then you do a control V to get them inside. So anyway, this indicator is amazing because not only does it show the percentage of what's going on here of actually live what's happening, but it's showing you right here, the green are the buyers, the red are the sellers. So this is not telling you the future. It's telling you, like, as it's happening. How it really works is you're looking at the level 2. I don't have the time and sales up because on large cap, I don't trade it like momentum, so I don't need to really look at the time and sales. I don't really look at the level 2 too much because large caps, they're not momentum stock, guys. So if you're used to trading those, it's rushing by and you're trying to count up these numbers. Remember, these are multiplied by 100, and it just says here, there's 5,100 just went by. So having 500 shares, we'll sell these in a split second, no problem. And if you're pushing market order, it's going to slip, what they call it, down to the price so that all your order can be filled at the price at the best market price. So if I sold it right then at 50 and I had too many shares, or 47, and it might slip me down to 24 to fill my shares. Not really, not on a large cap. That's what's so cool is a large cap, unless it's a huge spread, which this is, 5 to 8 cents here. Unless it's a huge spread, you don't get a lot of slippage, but if I'm trading something like NVIDIA and Tesla, I can get 30-cent slippage on 1,000 shares, and it's like, that's $300. So you have to make sure when you're getting out, if you're pressing market, if you go to limit, then you get partial fills. If you go to flatten, it's just like market, it's going to flatten it all the way. I don't really use flatten, mostly because I don't want to confuse you guys. But anyway, how this reads is it goes from level 2 to the time and sales. That's, as soon as this happens, one of these people get what they want, there's a receipt that's called time and I'm pointing over here because sometimes I have it over here. But there's a receipt. It's time and sales, and it's got all the numbers of the things that already happened, the transaction that happens, the split, and that all happens in a millisecond. And they get their little markup in there because there's a bridge that goes between these two, and they mark it up, and they make their little money. That they don't charge trading fees; they charge it right here. So you don't get an exact price like a limit order, but you get filled. But anyway, once that happens, then it goes over here, and all that happens before you can say 1, 2, and then it's over here. So that's about as fast as you're going to get. This indicator is pretty incredible. So I would advise getting it. Some people are used to just reading. This is mostly for the volume, but it gives you that other information. So you're kind of jumping on, like if you see a wave coming by and you see this starting to climb, like if you're going to go long and see how that's starting to climb. It's like jump on that wave with your surfboard, catch that action right there. As you saw that going up, you get in and out in just a few seconds. You just made some money. Big time. So that's why that indicator is very important. So, some people will say, oh, well, it's not as fast as this. No, it's not as fast as level 2. But level 2 on large cap doesn't do you a lot of good anyway. But if you're doing momentum, you should get really good at reading level 2, which I can do. And it took me a while to realize it's senseless to try to use that skill on large cap. So, and your biggest momentum YouTube people will tell you that. They don't do that kind of strategy on large cap. I know I'm kind of off the basis here, but that's basically how the RV strategy works. And we've got about 3 minutes. This is a 1 minute chart with the scalpers indicator down here for screen management. I have a daily. I have a 4 hour, which I showed you. This is a 1 hour. This is a 15 minutes, so I can watch kind of bigger moves because I got upside down one time scalping. Sometimes you can scalp in the moment and you're trying to take little plays, not realizing that the whole move's going against you, so you're holding at the wrong time. So it's good to have this up here. Then I have a level 2. Under here is an active trader that I do not use for this type of trading. And then I adjust this a certain way, and then here's my buttons. Now I usually use hotkeys, but when I'm recording now, I'm becoming very good at just using the buttons. This is a 5 minute chart, and this is a 5 minute chart. Now this is all I need. This is considered to be the perfect layout. I am going to make another one over the weekend. This probably is coming out after that, but whatever. So guys, we have a minute and a half roughly. I got 9 now. Okay. So I'm quarterbacking. I'm doing what they call calling the ball for everybody. So they all make their own trades. Obviously, I'm not responsible for that, or I'd have a heart attack. So guys, this really respecting this 4 hour ceiling right here. Look at that, huh? So if it bounces off this, I tend to go long. Let's see how fast this happens. If it's going to work into this channel here, I tend to go long. But if it's back up here at 10 o'clock, and then I would tend to go short. So it's down into here, so it's reconciling good. Everything's working here. 66. So I'm looking at, so this is the number you're going to get from the market maker, this one up here. They're trying to match these two as close as they can, and they're going to give you this number. We have about 45 seconds, guys. So we're going to go in right the way the strategy is supposed to work. And I'm still not sure if I want to go short or long. I'm just watching the scalping indicator. It kind of went up a little bit on the volume with the sellers. So that tells me short. And if this ends up here in about 20 seconds, I'm going to go short. So it's right in the middle here, right here. So if you look at the price action, this, and then you look over here, you can see right where it is. So we got 10 seconds. I think I'm going to go short. I'm going to go short on this guy. So let's see. 4 seconds, 2, 1, go. So I'm in. And of course, that's what happens. It goes straight up because I went in, because that's the puppet master. So look at that. It went straight up. Wait, what? Oh, I got a great position there. Oh, because it popped up as oh my God, guys, look at that, huh? It's just toys. Now, 10 o'clock, a lot of people trade the RV strategy. They might call it something else. It does not mean relative volume. It means recreational vehicle, because It's slow but steady, a safe on the freeway of stock trading. So you can get those moves, but slow and steady, right? So that's what we're looking for. And you're going to see numbers come up here that might be $300 or $500 in the red, and I'm not going to panic. Because we're playing these channels. So that was almost shook me out right there, because that was pretty high, and it might have started. Now this is the ATR high. If it breaks that, that's a different kind of strategy called the escalator strategy. So now it's tempting to just scalp out and take $500, but I'm not going to do that. Oh, a couple of you already did that. All right, well, you just got right back in. So banking the money is a good idea. A couple of you went long there. I see that. That's smart. So that's good scalping. I didn't take the small scalp. I was trying to respect your guys' move up here, and you just went ahead and did what I probably would have done. So, but that's fine. So this is going up and down, and I'm just going to play the move here. So it hit this fib, turned around. So this really is probably I probably should have taken that trade. And a bunch of you did it. Is there a single person that's still? Nope, you're all long. Yeah, so I'm the only one that missed this move. So I would have banked for something and had another 100 or two right here riding this. So I'm going to stick with it now and see if it banks off this 4. If it breaks that 4, then I'll probably reverse, which will basically gets me the same share size at that price point, but go in the opposite direction. So right now I sold the shares short, so I want the stock to go down. I'm giving a little more detail than I usually do because I keep forgetting there's a lot of brand new people that are learning how to trade. And actually, this is a really good, most people would say never scalp when you start. And I always say start in a simulator. So watch the videos and understand the strategy. If you can afford $24.95, buy that book, Day Trading Volume 1. It really spells out the strategy, and hopefully in the first trade, you'll pay for that. But you have all the information on this channel, and I'm not a person that's selling you any of this stuff. Layouts are free, scripts are free, information is free. So this time I'm not going to miss it if it goes around, if it turns around again. So I'll wait for it to break the fib. If it breaks that fib, see right in the middle. See when it doesn't make it all the way down, I don't think it's gonna go all the way down. So that's what scares me. When it doesn't make it, it usually means it's lost its way and it's going the other way. But that's a doji. Well, now that I say that, it's making it. So it hit it and it broke it. Wow. So it may really bounce off that. That's 62. So that's 46. It's at 70. So it's all the way back up here now. Watch that price action. Let's see. So every one of these are like, this is a floor. That's a ceiling. That's the way you have to. They've got to punch through it. And as it breaks up, it's like it gets tethered. And it's being hung on to be pulled back. Same thing here. If it breaks through, it gets tethered like a rubber band. That's the way you got to look at it, because there's a lot of people that are trading these levels that set the Fibonacci just like that went back and found the exact pivot points, or they're the ones that were using those pivot points in the first place. We don't know. I mean, this could be a high frequency algorithm set because some big mutual fund or whatever else it all keys in around the level. And Meta is a $1 trillion type deal here. So this is a market mover, which is why you can depend on it to stay inside that range. So, yeah, I think I'm going to try to catch some of this action here if this goes right back again. So now it's at 54. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and reverse there, guys, and try to catch it coming up off of that. It's not, though. Ouch. Yeah, I'm going to take a small loss. I'm going to reverse back again. I don't like the look of that. I think it's going to go short still. So I think I maybe lost $20 there. Oh, it turns around. So you try your best to call these. I'm definitely not in first place. A couple of you are over 1,000 already. Whoa, that's a shadow. Don't worry about that. It's a very sensitive setup I have here, which right now is bothering me because I'm having a lot of glitches with it. So I'm going to clean it out and do a new one this weekend. and then save it. Remember, save when you get a nice tight layout made, save it so you can always go back to before it starts to pick up all, because it picks up stuff. If you talk to Thinkorswim, they're going to tell you that it doesn't reconcile everything when you turn off your computer every day. There's stuff going around, spinning in there that hangs on. And then day after day, I have a video that shows how to clean that all out too, how to speed up your platform. So you should watch that and regularly do that. But one of the ways to just clean it up instantly after you have your main settings, watch that just to get your main, get your main settings done. But sorry guys, I got distracted because I saw that I should have just flipped there. So it didn't make it through here. First it didn't make it through here, and now it's not making it through here, and that makes me think it's going to turn around. But it is stair-stepping down. The big move is short. 5 minutes are short. You can see here the volume profile just turned it around here. I don't know what's going on here, but and it's way above it here. I have the volume profile set for intraday, and I lost the train of thought of whatever I was just telling you guys a minute ago, but hopefully I've already covered it or covered it again. But I would like to make $5,000. It's going to be hard with 500 shares. And in fact, it's probably impossible because Meta is not NVIDIA and it's not Tesla, so it's not going to move, $15. Wow, look at that. I'm going to reverse there. That's just too, I'm going to, mostly because I wanted to bank that. So I'll hold that for a bit. I mean, that's a lot. That's a big move down. So got another 4 hour on the 5 minute right here. It's at the 45 when they're on both charts, not just the 5 minute. So 312.45 is a pivot, and then this is a real strong tweezer pivot down here, which is 312.11. If it pops through that, I'm definitely going to get out of the short position. Of the long position. If it pops through that, I will get out. I think I'll just get out, though. I don't think I'll go short because I'm going to really want to step back and take a look at this. So as you can see here, what happened with the sellers is the volume crept down. So I always look at that when I'm contemplating. I'll look at the channels and I'll see it's harder, it's harder, it's harder. It kind of banged and turned around, and you saw me flip around right here. And I was watching these lose some of their momentum. That doesn't mean all of a sudden it can't just all sellers. So you got to keep an eye on it, but you're just trying every little bit of edge you can get, to try to figure this out. I don't have a chat person today to help me out, but there's not many people. Oh, we got 10 now. Okay. That's good. Yeah, we got a 1,300 over there. Good for you. I think 1,300 is the leader. Is that right? 1,400. We have a 1,400. 14, 13, and everybody else is under 1,000. So I'm not the only one messing up. And that just messed up more for me. Okay. Is it going to break through that? If it's going to break through that, I got to get out of here. Let's see what happens here. 12. 45, yeah. So everything's working on Thinkorswim at least today. Slower moving stocks, less glitches. 10 o'clock after 10 o'clock, there's very few glitches. Just at the open, you get a lot of glitches. And of course, when you talk to them about that, they don't want you to trade this way. They don't want you to trade on a 1 minute chart. They make 1 minute charts, but they would prefer you didn't. When you complain to them, it's like, what do you want me to do? I can't speed it up. It's not like they are against 1 minute, but they don't want to deal with it in the nicest, most professional way. They're always wicked nice. But yeah, they don't they don't want to hear you complain. They want to go on with your life. And I'm just like, why can't you fix this problem? I've tried everything. Did you do this? Yes, I did that. Did you do that? Yes, I did that. And then of course, they can sense my tension because I've lost patience with them suggesting the same thing over and over again. And then, I try to be, I always thank them, and so I'm not a jerk, but basically they tell you there's nothing they can do. In the end, there's nothing they can do, So you have to figure out to get it as fast as you can get it. And then here we go. So now these are resistance here. So that's the 20 moving average right there. And for some reason, the 9 has been chopped off. This is why one of the reasons I want to build a new layout this weekend, because it's getting really glitchy no matter what I do. You guys have seen it, hopefully this week on a couple of the open strategies. I was having nothing but trouble. I'm sure those videos must be out by now. And so I went ahead and went in and I think I sped it up, but I didn't. I'm just going to do a new one. It only takes like 15, 20 minutes to build a new layout. So I'll show you guys. Everybody's doing good. Wow. Okay. So I'm going to reverse at that 4 hour. Let's see. I'll go ahead and do that. I bank more money too, which is one of the reasons I'm getting ready to reverse again if it's not going to do what I want to do here. So we're going to blow through that. It's got the 20 there and a 4 hour right there. Nice and tight. You can see it kind of had to break through it. It respected it quite a bit, so I was going by that. This, of course, didn't tell me that. Look at that volume that went up with the buyers. I didn't actually even look down this time, which was stupid. So that did not tell me to get out, but that's that big candle, and it would have been really surprising to me if that just kept going. Look at the overall volume, So yeah, so this candle's much less volume than this last one here as it's going down. So that's telling me it's going to keep going up. That's actually saying it's going to keep going up, and I'm on the wrong side of this move. So let's see if it can pop up there. Nope, that was a hammer up to, well, I mean, this is telling you that this, even though it lost out here, here's where most of your action was. It was the top of that candle. Now, again, patterns on large cap aren't as reliable. Here we go. Everybody's doing pretty good up. So let's see if it breaks through here for my position. I'm short now. I want it to go down. So this is my first problem. Can it break through that? This is my next problem, which it has not gone through yet. So I would say anywhere near here, I would reverse. So I'm going to keep an eye down here, but volume, there was a big surge right there, and then it fell off. So let's see what happens here. Slowly building up. So guys, I want to make sure I tell you to trade in a sim, but it really is, if once you practice, it is almost as simple as it looks, but you have to be careful you don't get cocky and not understand. You need to understand. Watch the videos. There's a lot of videos of a lot of archives. And I know that some of you are saying, oh my God, this is so simple. I can't wait to do this. And some of you are saying, this is impossible. You can't do this. So it's a perspective thing. It's somewhere in the middle, but as with anything, if you do not study, if you do not practice in a simulator, you will lose. And you may have early success, which is sometimes the kiss of death, because you think that you got it. But nobody gets it for like 6 months, a year, sometimes 2 or 3 years. It takes a long time because we each battle with a different emotional beast, Like I never want to admit I'm wrong, so I have a terrible time holding the positions over and over and over. So that's why you have to set mental stop losses here and make a trading plan and make sure that hey, I'm only going to lose $25 in a trade or $10 in a trade, whatever it is. That's the most I'm going to lose. Okay, I'm going to reverse right there. what did I get it at? 1243. So that's right. And of course it went through, but I banked it. So let's see if it's going to keep going through. And then this might be the time that it decides it's going to break that, but it hasn't really. It's even over here. See, well, it did break. The tweezer move broke a little bit here. So let me just mark that. Just so, well, that's the other 4 hour. So it's right at that other 4 hour. So I don't want to see it lose that if I'm holding this. If this goes through here, I'm definitely going to get out. But right now, I'm looking to everybody else long. Yeah, everybody's long. I mean, that was an easy read right there. So we're looking for it to get back through here or reverse here. Let's see how this is a very tight channel, 35 cents, 30 cents, 40 cents, 40-cent channel. So 40 cents, 500 shares, that's some money, you know. So we're just, look at that, there it goes. So 1256, so we're right here. So the wicks can throw you off. So look at the price action. That's definitely level 2. You want to look at that. Look at your price action to really see where you are. Wow. So is it going to keep going up there, or is it going to? So there was a lot of sellers on that last one. So that kind of scares me that, yeah. Just hovering on that 4 hour line there, 312.85. Now remember, you're looking for half dollars, even dollars as well. So these are sort of an average of where that stock turned around, but it's probably, you should be thinking about 313 as a real number, because people set their orders. They don't set their orders at 312.85 if they're walking away. You know, they're going to set it at the even or the half dollar. Most people. So these are where it actually happened with the price action, but how many people did it take going each way to make that be the mean average on a 4 hour? So you should look at that at 313, this at 312.50, you know, so round them up in your mind when you're trying to think about when to get in and get out. I'm talking about more of this stuff than usual out of some comments I got that were suggesting, actually from our own club members, that were bringing in people that didn't understand based on what I was saying. So I'm trying to be a little bit more clear with this video, a little slower. I know Meta was going to be a slower stock. Nobody was going to be under stress. And then a whole bunch of people couldn't make it today anyway. So hopefully this is helpful for you guys. And if you like it, please remember to give a thumbs up and subscribe. We've got just our happy few here. We don't have a lot of people. We were joking around at the Shakespeare St. Crispin Day speech about somebody brought in, I do trading at some of my offices brought in Krispy Kreme donuts, and there was a speech for those that hold their stock trading cheap without Krispy Kreme. If you don't know the Henry V, then you don't know what the heck I'm talking about, but it was a good moment. That moment, we had a good laugh at that. It was much longer than what I just said, and it was better presented than what I just can't remember it exactly. When you get a bunch of people together, too, it seems to spur the, everybody feeds off each other with the humor. Okay. So, what was that in the... Whoa. Okay, so I'm going to reverse right there. I'm going to bank that. And if it keeps going, you saw how I did it there, right? So this is where it stopped a whole bunch of times. So I got it at 1348. So I'm right at the top. So I expected a rejection. So everybody did the exact same thing. These channels are being respected. We've kind of got, this is a big channel, almost like take that away, but you could do mini scalps in here with the two channels. So these are being respected, and it doesn't hurt that we have some backup right here. So now it could just be, a crazy move all of a sudden. So you have to be prepared to just get out. You know, at any time it could break this or break that, and you just gotta, hopefully you're on the right side of that move, when that happens, and you're just always vigilant and always watching and always trading a sim first. Okay, so here we go. So 45-ish, it just respecting this like crazy. It's not going through. This is awesome. So I'm very tempted to reverse again right here. If this didn't go so high on that volume right there, I'd already be reversed. Sellers are actually winning out here. Look at the volume drop. Wow. All right, I'm going to go ahead and reverse there. It hit it 3 times and didn't break through it. Now it breaks through it. Now it broke through the 4-hour too. Oops, I'm on the wrong side of this move. I'm going to get out quick. Okay, so I think I actually made money on that by accident. Okay, so I called that wrong. It looked like it was going to go right back up, but I'm not sure now. So watch the price action. We are above this still. We're right up here, but there's no harm in playing it careful here. Got a nice cushion too. Okay, well, I should have held it. So there it's back up just like we thought, and there it goes even further. So now I'm in a position where I might just wait for it to go right back down again. Wow, that's too bad. So I missed that move. I panicked a little soon there. That's too bad. And that happens, I'm at 312.63 short. 312. Everybody can see my screen, but it's hard when they're trading too, and they don't want to take their eyes off the screen. And I do it all the time, and I lose lots of trades because of it. I mean, when I'm, on the YouTube. Otherwise, I'm fairly on the YouTube. That sound like a grandpa to you? When I'm on the YouTube, but it does distract me slightly. So. How many of you guys are short? Everybody's short but 2 people here. You might want to think about reversing that. So here's a couple of the wicks. There's that tweezer. It was right there at that other 4 hours. So this is serious support, I'll bet. If it whoa, it just put right through that. So we're at the even dollar amount now. So this is probably where it's going to flip around. So let's keep a close eye. That's a nice trade there going for me. Don't want to lose it. Damn, I already lost. I should have just banked it, and I would have been up there making more money. Yeah, I think I will. I will reverse it there. Ride it up a second, hopefully. I'm going to reverse it back. So I made a couple $100 there. Got out too soon. I was trying to do some... Oh, my God. I was trying to do some quick scalping. I thought it was going to click, 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 click. You guys have seen me reverse like 5 times in just a few seconds. I definitely called that wrong. Overall, we're doing okay, though. I'm not going to panic. If it goes up here, I will definitely I'll buy out. I don't think I'll reverse up here, but I'll buy out if it keeps going. You need to see this to get by 300 or something before I get too scared. Scared. It helps that I have this. It also helps that I'm not in a competition. We do a lot of competitions here. You should watch some of those archives because they're entertaining. And it seems like everybody trades better when you're in a competition. But it is a little nerve-wracking, I have to say, to be in a competition. And then people are expecting, I feel anyway, people are expecting me to do better. But that could all be in my head. So have one of those big moves this way, like you just did that way. Give me one of those big moves. Back to my position. 33. Nope, I was in my position for a second. So it seems to be re-respecting this now. These kind of went down like that tweezer did over here. You can see it. They kind of did the same thing, and then they stopped. And this is the channel, and I'm on the wrong side of that channel. This is what's going on right now. Yeah, I'm not going to trade too much longer, guys. It's usually about a half hour for me, and I'm going to have to make this up and try to make my goal in the afternoon. Definitely not taking any more swings today, just before the weekend with this ridiculous move up that nobody saw coming, which is good for a lot of people, I'm sure. Wow. How far is it going to break through that? You guys going short? How far is that going to break through that? Wow. 60, so that's another one. Wow, it's going to break through that 4 hour too. All right, that's not going to keep going. So look out here. I'm going to reverse there, guys. I got up to 36. So let's see if it keeps going down. I banked it. It'd be nice if I could hit at least 4,000. It's going to keep going down. Got a fib here. It's going to break that fib. If it breaks that fib, I'm getting out. So right now, I'm just going to sell if it breaks the fib. Look at that. That hurts. Here we go. I think I'm just going to sell either ways, guys. Wherever this leads me on this trade, and I think I'm just done for the day at this point, or very close to it. I have more coffee. So guys, this layout is available on many videos. There's something very similar, the perfect 1 minute, the perfect 5 minute. If you look on the videos, search for them. And then all the custom scripts are available. There's a lot of great videos in the archive showing this strategy, as well as the open strategy is another strategy that we trade here that's very successful, where you're waiting for it to break the pre-market high or the pre-market low. And then the escalator strategy is another one that we are teaching here. And we'll be teaching other strategies too. Right now, 3 seem to be enough to keep people pretty busy. And the RV strategy surprised us. This is one that we sort of invented. I mean, range bound we didn't invent, but the RV we invented at the $1 Million Margin Club to try to find something to showcase and show you guys our original strategy to teach people how to make a living day trading, $100 a day, $200 a day, whatever it might be. That's what we're doing. That's what we're trying to do. And and a lot of people are doing. I mean, I think I told you somebody broke 900K. People are making 2 to 3K, a week on a regular basis now. And a lot of people are making $200 to $300 a day, $100 a day, $50. Somebody said he's consistently making $50 a day, and that's enough for him. An email I got. Other people, $200, $300 a day. So depends on what you're trying to get, and you just stop. Make a plan and stop when you get there. Don't get greedy. Make the plan, and if you consistently green, then you can slowly up your share size and make more. I mean, everybody wants to make more, obviously, but that can go bad. So be careful. And like I said, trade in a sim. And again, I'll say it again because you might forget, I'm not a licensed financial advisor. None of us are. Seek the advice of somebody you trust. Don't just watch one channel and decide you got it. Be careful. Only trade with money you can afford to lose. I'm about to sign off, so I'm giving my sign-off speech for you guys. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm liking the way this is going, but I'm not going to probably Can that break 4? I'm getting greedy. I'm just going to sell right there when I get 920. Oh, I should have waited. I thought for sure it was going to go back down. So I got out. And this is the thing too. When I know it's my last trade, that's when things go south. And then I got greedy. It was like, I don't need to make 4, right? 3,900s, just fine. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. Please be careful. Stay green out there. And I hope I see you for the next video. Thanks a lot.